Alright guys, so we're back with Sean in Yakima, Washington. How you been, Sean?
I'm good. How are you?
So the first thing that stands out, man, from when I see you today compared to before, you've lost a shitload of weight. Why?
Healthy living and a clean heart. No, I don't know. I used to work in kitchens, and you're kind of constantly eating, and being out of work and being on the street, eat when you can, and you're not constantly putting food in your mouth. So that's the biggest part of it. And then I'm out here pounding feet, walking around a lot.
For sure. And it's getting warm out here. So before you mentioned that you lost 100 pills, did you ever find those 100 fentanyl pills?
No, you never find what you lose. You never find what you drop. Somebody will get them before you do. No, but yeah, no.
It is what it is, huh? What has happened from the last time we spoke up until now? What kind of struggles have you been through?
It's interesting that you say struggle. I was just talking with my girlfriend last night about she feels like we're always struggling, and I actually didn't see it that way. What I saw it as is I chose to be out here because I was choosing the drug over everything else. I was choosing fentanyl over normal society and life, and all the things normal people do. And right after we talked, I met a girl and I fell in love, and so there's kind of a dichotomy of part of me isn't happy with what I'm doing, and then part of me is super content. And so it's I don't know if she's enabling me to keep doing what's ultimately a bad cycle, or I don't know. I want to be better for her. I want to get clean and get a place and stay together and do that. But at the same time, I'm not sure that I'm ready to stop doing the drugs. So it's kind of a contrast of
got a lot on your
both
mind.
things,
A lot on your mind.
I guess you could say that, yeah.
Last time we spoke, you mentioned that that you're homeless, but that you live in motel to motel. Are you still doing that, or are you out in the streets currently?
So there's two schools of thought. Like I like to have a place that's my own, where I'm not being watched, where I can lay my head at, and it's less often motels these days than it is a tent somewhere. So I would say primarily in tents these days.
In tents, huh?
A camp, you know.
I know I already asked this, but what kind of things have you had to go through, dangers being out here, you know? Has there been fights? Has there been overdoses? Have you overdosed from the last time we spoke?
Overdoses are kind of something that happens to other people. I don't know. I feel like my tolerance... I've been smoking opiates since I was in high school doing oxys, and I'm 33 now, and I feel like if I were to overdose, I would have to be clean for a while and then come back to it. But it's dangerous just being out here, man. Everybody's at rock bottom and everybody's desperate. So
For sure.
You never know what can pop off as far as stuff. That's just what I'd say. You know, you can never really let your guard down because everybody's.
You never know, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say names, but last time I was out here, I interviewed two people, and right afterwards, one went and stole from the other person, you know? And that person that stole ended up getting jumped and got beat up, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, you see things...
That's every day. That's every day,
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just an example. But, yeah, you see things all the time out here, you know?
Mm-hmm.
One of the craziest things to me is I found out Clarissa passed away, you know? And that's crazy because she was super young, too, you know? How often do people pass away from drugs or anything out here in the streets, would you say?
From drugs or just various things in life, man. It happens all the time. I mean, I would say there's a person that's familiar to us, you know, probably once a week. I've lost three people that I buy from in the last like 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
That died from overdosing, or?
2 overdose and 1 murder.
Oh shit. With that, are you still selling as much or not as much anymore?
I always hustle when I can, man. It's I learned back just smoking weed when I was a teenager that you don't just want to be a consumer of the thing. You want to if you want to have your needs met all the time, then you got to.
And that's actually common, Sean, out here. That I've realized that most people that consume actually sell. You know.
Yeah.
That's something I've learned while doing these interviews, for sure.
Yeah. I'm not I would say I'm a low-level dealer. Small amounts. I flip 8 balls in quarters as opposed to ounces and pounds and stuff.
Right.
So but no, that's the same. I always try to be not just a consumer of the thing.
What other ways do you make money out here, Sean?
So I would say primarily from when I need cash. A lot of what we call boosting, stealing from stores, and try to get away from doing that. I have people around here know me as because I worked before I came out on the streets. When I was dealing out here, but I always had a job, and I had a side hustle of selling steaks. I work at a local steakhouse, and so all the other plugs knew that you can get anything on the menu I bring to them, and I had a pretty decent side hustle of selling lunches and dinners. I'd clean up, bringing 3 or 4 people a meal every day. I'd make a lot of money doing that, and so because of that, people know me out here as a chef and cooking food. So I've been talking with my girlfriend about just getting a gas grill and selling plates, selling burgers and tacos and ribs and stuff. And I think that that alone could
generate some money, huh?
Could support my girlfriend and I without having to go out and risk my liberty all the time.
For sure. Hey, Sean, so why'd you stop working as a chef? What happened?
With fentanyl, it became impossible to hold a job. It was funny because, like I said, I've been doing opiates since I was in high school, and I went from washing dishes to being a sous chef on heroin. But for some reason, and I couldn't say exactly why, once I transitioned to fentanyl, it's just
it took
people.
over,
People, you can't hide it. People. It's just, for some reason, it's obvious in a way that other drugs necessarily weren't. And part of it's the duration. Your teammates tend to notice when you're running to the bathroom every 20 minutes to go get high, and that's a big part of it. And around here, like I said, most places like Sea Galley I worked at for 10 years, and Yakima Steak I was at for several years, and a lot of the people there came from Sea Galley too. So a lot of these people I've worked with for a long time, and they just know me real well. So
where are you sleeping at right now, Sean? At a hotel or?
No, last night. I slept last night. Last night, my girlfriend and I. Wow, I can't believe it's not coming to me right now. Where did we sleep last night?
Hey, it happens, man.
Oh, last night was a very rare occasion where her and I just post up behind a building somewhere, and I didn't even really sleep. last 2 nights. That's uncommon. Like I said, usually I have a camp, but
Hey Sean, so check this out, man. I've noticed Yakima, the homeless are disappearing at an extraordinary rate. And somebody told me this morning, I don't know if it's true, it might not be, I don't know, but that people are getting paid to leave. They're getting free bus tickets to get out of Yakima. Have you heard about that?
no, I haven't heard anything
It
like
might
that.
not be true, but I'm like, where's everybody going, you know?
I haven't heard anything like that, and no, people in my circle, the people that I know around here, if they're, I mean, like I said, people die a lot, but I don't know, I haven't seen a lot of that. I mean, sometimes people have families and lives, and not everybody. Sometimes somebody will, you'll realize a face that used to be around isn't around anymore, but
Right,
it doesn't,
right.
that could mean a lot of things.
All right, Sean. Do you have a message for family or friends? I know you've gone through some hard times with family recently, but anybody else, extended family or friends?
A message?
Yeah.
That's a hard one, man. No. But you put me on the spot. No, I mean, nothing's coming to my mind on that.
Okay.
Man.
All right, sounds good. Would you be okay with doing another follow-up interview in the future?
Sure. Yeah.
And would you be okay with me posting this on my YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Sean.
Yeah.